Hello everyone, today we're going to be talking about the Electoral College and what it is, how it's going to be. Now, I'm a 6th grader, so this is going to be very simple. It's only going to be a 15, probably 10-minute video, not going to be something big out of the box that you probably can't understand. I'll be talking in simple terms, hopefully, and yeah, we'll actually see how this goes. Now, I am no politics person. Please acknowledge that. If I get something wrong, please comment down below in the please comment down below what I have gotten wrong, and please tell me what is the right answer, because I am a 6th grader. I admit I don't know everything, so please, this will help me a lot. Now then, let's get into the video, and we're going to be talking about democracies first. Like, what democracy do we live in? I don't think you know that. And a democracy is technically a way of leadership. Dictatorship is where there's a king, and democracy is where there is a president, and the people also get to decide what happens. And so yeah. So there's something called a direct democracy, in which a process, so a direct democracy. Direct democracy. Wow, I really can't spell today, or speak. So, in a direct democracy, a president is elected by popular vote. Now, you might be saying this is not a type of democracy in what we live in right now. And you are totally correct, but do you have a proof of that? Well, if you don't, then I do, because in 2016 there was a popular vote, right? And just like a poll to see who would probably win. So in 2016, Hillary Clinton won popular vote. Won popular vote. Yep, she won the popular vote. But as you all might know, who's living in America and who are not living in America, she did not win the election. She barely lost. And that would have been the first female president we've had. But let's not talk about that right now. She won the popular vote, but she didn't win. Why? Because we have something that is called an indirect democracy. And I'm circling the word indirect because it's not directly the votes of the people. The votes of the people are getting counted to something else, and that is what's deciding who is winning. So it really is the people's vote who is deciding, but it's not directly conveying that. So we live in an indirect democracy, right? So how exactly is a president decided in an indirect democracy? Well, a president is decided in an indirect democracy, well, at least for our purposes for America, it's called an electoral. Let me write this in a different color. College. Hope you can see the yellow. Yeah, this is why I wrote it in yellow. You might be wondering, why college? Why college? Well, the college is actually meaning a society. Oops. A society. So it's technically what it's saying here. Oops, you can't see that. Society. So technically what it's saying here is it's an electoral society, and that is the process of which a president is being elected, and yeah. So this election is very tight and it's close, and you might be wondering who the candidates are. They are former Vice President of Barack Obama, Joe Biden, and the current President of the United States, Donald Trump. Now, you still might be deciding what exactly happens when a president is deciding. You might be wondering what happens when a president is elected. Well, what happens is that there are 50 states, 50, 50 states in the United States of America. Each of these 50 states, each of them has a certain amount of electoral votes. Now let's get into what an electoral vote is. So each state has 2 senators, right? Each state has 2 senators per state. If you take, and there are a blank amount of reps, I'm going to call them, per state based on population. Population and state. Okay, so there are a certain amount of representatives per each for the population of each state. Now, how the electoral votes are decided for each state are just adding the 2 senators with a certain amount of representatives. Now, California is a populous state. It's a highly populous state, so it has 53 reps, 53 representatives for California. "53 representatives for California, and it has 2 senators. So the total amount of electoral votes is 55 elect votes for the state of California. So that is why we say that the number of electoral votes for each state is decided by the population, because the population is deciding the number of representatives, and the number of representatives is almost always going to be more than the number of senators, sorry. But take a state like Alaska, who also has 2 senators, but only has 1 rep because of the population there. That's why they only have 3 electoral votes. So do some of the other states. Now, I want to talk about how a president wins a state. So a president wins a state by getting more votes in that state. Now, this is what I'm trying to say. If Joe Biden, Joe, Joe Biden has right now, he has. Hold on, let me go wash my hands. I'll be right back. Okay guys, so before I resume the video, at the time of this video right now, Biden has won the presidential election for 2020. He is the official winner of the 2020 election, so good for him. Now, let's get back to our video about the Electoral College. So, Biden currently has 49.6% of votes in Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania, right? So, and Trump currently has how many? Let me look. Trump currently has 49.1% of the votes. 49.1% of the votes. So, Biden will win the state because he has more percentage of votes, whether that be by 1 vote, whether that be by 1,000,000 votes, whether that be by 10 votes. It doesn't matter if he gets this much. If he gets even a little more than Trump, then he's going to win. But there are states such as Maine and Nebraska, which have split breakdowns because they're, I think, different districts, and I don't know about that stuff. So please, this is where you would comment down below and tell me if you know. So rest assured, this is how a president wins a state, is because he has gotten more votes in that state. And yeah, it's no matter like how many more votes do you win. So now that we finished that, we need to talk about how many electoral votes exactly do you need to win. How many do you need to win? So there's this thing, if you are playing along with following the election, there is a thing called 270 to win. This is how many electoral votes you need to win. Votes to win. Right? So you have 270 votes to win, because how do you get 270? Because the total number of representatives in the total number of representatives in the House of Representatives are 538, and you need more than half of 538, which would be 270, because half of 538 is 260, and yes, I just did that in my head. I mean 269, yes, I did do that in my head. So, you need 270 to win. Now, that does not mean that you need more than half of the states to win. You can have, the lowest you can have is with 20 votes. If each state has 20 votes, then the lowest you can have is 14 states, which, if you think about it, is not even that many states. 14 50. How many more states are there for the other candidate? Well, let's see. So 50 minus 14, 10, 36 states for the other candidate. But you only have 14 and you won the election. So that is basically how many states you need with this high of a electoral vote rate, but you need a high electoral vote rate, as I just showed you, to, win the election. So, guys, this was it. Please comment if I did anything wrong again, and subscribe to my channel. Leave a like, and yeah, thank you. By the way, thank you so much. I have 1,014 views in total for my channel, which I think is quite amazing. So, really thank you everyone for the support, and yeah, I'll keep going. And I know I haven't recorded in a long time, but I'm going to be getting at it about math, and because like coding just, I guess, takes too long for a weekend. I usually take around an hour per video. This video also took around an hour, so this is why, thank you so much. I am trying so hard to make new videos, but I just haven't gotten the time. So every weekend I'll be posting a new video about math topics that I learned in school that week, and my favorite one. Tomorrow I'm going to be doing slope on this handy dandy blackboard again, and it went from this big of a chalk stick to this, so I'll be getting a new one tomorrow. So yeah, thank you for all the support, and hopefully a new video coming out tomorrow. Bye.